Today I choose to follow you.
Good morning. It's Thursday, the 8th of December, Coffee with God. And I trust you got a decent cup of coffee to start the day. That's good. Turn to Psalm 37, verses 1 to 8. Psalm 37, vers 1 tot 8. Now, that's a lot of verses. I'm going to give a big introduction and then just read the scripture at the end. You know what rust does to metal? It kind of gets onto the metal and it just slowly eats away at the strength of the metal, and eventually it rusts it away and weakens it so much that the metal becomes useless. Sometimes it breaks, sometimes it gets holes in it. It becomes so weak, it becomes useless. And I want to think about worry and stress, and the word here in the psalm is fret. When we fret about something, when we're constantly worried about something, when life just seems to keep us awake at night, or we wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and we're thinking about things and we just don't get the rest, we don't get the recuperation that we need, and we're constantly just being eaten away, and rust takes away our joy. It takes away our sense of happiness and well-being and contentment, and we can't really strengthen and enjoy everything that we're going into because the fretting, the worrying, the stressing that underlies so much of our life. And we're looking at Jesus coming into the world, Advent. The whole world was against him. Remember, John tells us that the light came into the world, but the world did not like the light because the deeds they did in darkness, and because of the sinfulness, they didn't want Jesus to come into. And we know how it ended for Jesus. He had a favorable year. He had a year of opposition. He had a year of intense opposition that led to him being betrayed, beaten, tortured, and then crucified and killed. And yet he still came. If you were God and you knew that's what was in store for you, would you go? Jesus still came. And with that as an introduction, the rust, seen it as worry and seen it as, what's the antidote? What are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to live lives where Jesus came and he lived for 33 years and they killed him and he's gone to heaven? We're going on, some of us 40, 50, 60, 70 years, and some of us are 10, 20, 30 years, and we've still got 40 years, 50 years to go. How do we manage with this rust, with this worry, fret, stress, met al hierdie bekommernisse, met al hierdie goed wat ons vrede van ons af steel elke dag, en die goed wat ons laat wakker lê, wat ons nooit tot eintlik 'n goeie, genoegsame rus kan uitkom nie. Listen to Psalm 37, 1 to 8. Do not fret because of evildoers, nor be envious of the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and feed on his faithfulness. Trust in the Lord, feed on his faithfulness. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. He shall bring forth your righteousness as the light, and your justice as the noonday. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who brings wicked schemes to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Do not fret. It only causes harm. Now, sorry for the play on words, but it just jumped out at me. To get rid of the rust in your life, just put a T in front of it. Trust in the Lord. Twice here we see, trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land, feed on, delight yourself, and he shall give you. Commit your way. Trust also in him. Jesus Christ came to earth, lived for 33 years, had opposition, was crucified, died, but he trusted in God in all that he did. He committed his ways to the Lord. He delighted himself in the Lord. And I'm not saying that you're going to live a life without the attack of rust. You're still going to have worries. You're still going to have stresses. But in the midst of that, when people are attacking you, when people are maligning you, when people are trying to pull you down to their level, what does it say here? One of the promises is, he will make your righteousness shine like the noonday sun. He will restore you. He shall bring forth your righteousness as the light and your justice as the noonday. Don't you fight. Allow God. So when the worries and the stresses and so-and-so is going to say this about me and so-and-so is wrong about this and so-and-so is going to try and attack me en hierdie een is teen my en die een gaan met daai een saam staan en hulle gaan die twee gaan teen my. Gee jouself oor. Gee jou oor aan die God wat eintlik in beheer is en die God wat weet wat jy nodig het. That's why Jesus Christ came into the world, to show us that in a world that's against God, the Son of God came to restore justice, to bring righteousness, to die and to save us. Now, my friends, the challenge for you and for me and where my brain's going is just carry on doing the right thing, trusting in the Lord. Even if people don't understand and don't get what you're about, just keep on doing the next right thing and trust in God. Trust in the Lord. Don't focus on those and their plans. You focus on the Lord in your life. We said yesterday, we need to memorize Scripture. We need to get Scripture into us. We need to know the Lord's plans because we need to rely on God and trust Him with our today and our every tomorrow. So instead of resting, start trusting in God. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday and enjoy that coffee. You see, if you put coffee into water, water causes rust. If you put coffee into water, now I'm not going to go there. Just enjoy your coffee and have a wonderful Thursday.